Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 10th chapter, text 23 onwards. So, we have been listening how Narad Muni had compassion for these two sons of Kubera. So here, in this verse, Sukadeva Goswami says that evam uktva swadevarsir gato narayana-sramam nalakuvara maningribhao asatu Jamalarjuna. Sorry. We have been listening how Narad Muni was prescribing medicine for these two sons. In the last verses, last editions, we have said that, and you have heard that also. So in this way, evam muktva, that is, Sukadeva Goswami continued, having thus spoken, the great saint Devarsi Narada returned to his ashram known as Narayana-Asrama, and Nalakubara and Manigriva became twin Arjuna trees. So in this way, and these two demigods became two trees. The purport of Prabhupada Maharaj says, Arjuna trees are still found in many forests, and their skin is used by cardiologists to prepare medicines for heart trouble. This means that even though they are trees, they are disturbed when skinned for medical science. And Srila Sanatana Goswami in Brihad Vaishnava Darshan says that Narada went to Vaikuntha, Narayana-Asrama, thinking he made a great offense by cursing the servants of Shiva. He went there to get forgiveness or to pray that his words would come true. Or he went to Badrikasam since he was asked to meet the Lord directly, feeling a direct request was inappropriate. He went there to request his Guru who had descended there, or he went to see the Lord there out of devotion. He would inform his Guru of what he had done by chance on the way, and they were born at the same time, Jamala couple, as Arjuna trees. Since Arjuna would also be the name of Krishna's coward friend in Braja, that they got the same name was his mercy. Thus, making them Arjuna trees as described in the verse was Narada's mercy. So in the next verse 24 it is said that is say Bhagavata mukhyasya satyam kartum vacho harihi jagama sanake tatra jatrastam Jamalarjuna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, to fulfill the truthfulness of the words of the greatest devotee Narada, slowly went to that spot where the twin Arjuna trees were standing. For 36,000 years they have been standing. So Srila Prabhupada Maharaj in Krishna book says, although child Krishna was bound up to the wooden mortar, he began to proceed toward the twin trees in order to fulfill the prophecy of his great devotee Narada. How they are dear to the Lord. Devotee, how he is dear to the Lord. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in Sarata Dasantika says, the preparations for fulfilling the course are related in this verse. So, Sanatana Goswami in Brihad Vaishnava Darshan says, Krishna wanted to fulfill the words of his great devotee. He would deliver the two from the course because he is hurry. So he moved quickly because he feared that the sound of dragging the mortar would bring Yashoda and others. Or he didn't want to show his quick movements in pulling the huge mortar since he was still a small child. He said that while the Lord was 3 years old, this incident happened. So he was also crawling while pulling the mortar with strength. We studied in Srimad Bhagavatam, the 2nd canto, 7th chapter, text 27. Jad ringatam taravatina divis prasova Anmulanam ta itutatya jano bhavya. That means simply by his crawling between the two Arjuna trees which touched the heavens, he uprooted them. So in the next verse, and that is verse 25, 24 to 28, Lord Krishna delivers the twin sons of Kubera, described. So in verse 25 it is said that they were said, me priyatamo jad imo dhanadatmajo tat tatha sadhishyami jad gitam tan mahatmana. Although these two young men are the sons of the very rich Kubera and I have nothing to do with them, Devarsi Narada is my very dear and affectionate devotee, and therefore because he wanted me to come face to face with them, I must do so for their deliverance. The purport Srila Prabhupada Maharaj says that Narakubara and Manigriva actually had nothing to do with devotional service or seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face, but this is not an ordinary opportunity. It is not that because one is very rich or learned or was born in an aristocratic family, one will be able to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. This is impossible. But in this case, because Narada Muni desired that Narakubera and Manigriva see Vasudeva face to face, the Supreme Personality of Godhead wanted to fulfill the words of his very dear devotee, Narada Muni. If one seeks the favor of a devotee instead of directly asking favors from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one is very easily successful. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has therefore recommended Vaishnav Thakur Tamar Kukur Baliya Janaho Mone Krishna Sitamar Krishna Dityapar. One should desire to become like a dog in strictly following the devotee. Krishna is in the hand of a devotee. Adurlavam Atma Bhaktavu. Thus, without the favor of the devotee, one cannot directly approach the Krishna or to speak of engaging in his service. Narottam Das Thakur therefore sings Chadiya Vaishnava Seva Nistar Paya Keva. Unless one becomes a servant of a pure devotee, one cannot be delivered from the material conditions of life. In our Gaudiya Vaishnava society, following in the footsteps of Prabhu Goswami, our first business is to seek shelter of a bona fide spiritual master, Adu Gurvasraya. So, Srimad Vishwanath Jagadguru Thakur in Sarvata Santika says, Krishna thought, because Narada is my dear devotee, I will fulfill his words by giving these two demigods whatever was promised by that great soul. So, Srila Jiva Sanatana Goswami in Brihad Vaishnava Tosani says that I will do just as was prescribed by my dear great devotee, Mahatmana, dedicated to spreading my bhakti by his nature. That was the cause of his being dear to the Lord, Priyatama. I will free them from bodies of trees and give them the highest bhakti, sadhishyami. They will be devotees. So in this way, we see that these episodes have been described in chapter 10. So we'll see from 26 onwards how Lord Krishna delivers the twin sons of Kubera. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our channel, and get blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.